Version 5.0 of Genshin Impact will be released on August 28th, and we are just 2 months away from that. As we all know, the next region that will be available in Genshin Impact is Natlan, and even though we are just 2 months away from Natlan's release, we still don't know much about the characters who will be released in 5.0 and subsequent updates. However, we do know that Hoyoverse has been following a specific pattern ever since the release of Sumeru, or even before that. In case you're not aware, Hoyoverse has been following a certain pattern with the way they give the Archons their reruns. In this video, we are going to discuss the rerun banners of the currently available Archons and the Pyro Archons banner release date. If you pay attention, you will notice that every Archon was released after the end of their respective region's Archon quest. They released Venti in 1.0 because the game was new at that time. Zhongli was released in version 1.1, and Liyue Archon quest also ended in the same patch. The same goes for Raiden Shogun. They kind of rushed Inazuma's Archon quest, so it ended in 2.1, and therefore they released Raiden in the same patch. However, Sumeru's Archon quest took a little longer and ended in 3.2, which is why they released Nahida in 3.2. The same thing happened in Fontaine, where the Archon quest ended in version 4.2, and they released Furina in the same patch. So, considering what happened in Sumeru and Fontaine, the same is expected to happen in Natlan. Therefore, you can expect them to release the Pyro Archons banner in version 5.2, which will be released in November this year. Now let's look at the rerun patterns. Again, if you pay attention, you will notice that each Archon got their first rerun banner 3 patches after their release. The only exception is Furina. She was supposed to get her first rerun in 4.6, but she didn't, and if you have completed Fontaine's Archon quest, you will know exactly why. Additionally, Neuvillette got his first rerun in 4.5, 3 patches after his release, so I guess that answers your question. If they follow the same pattern, the first rerun of the Pyro Archon will likely be in version 5.6. Now let's quickly take a look at the Archon rerun marathon. Ever since the release of Sumeru, they have been following this marathon pattern. Zhongli got his rerun in version 3.0, Venti in 3.1, and Nahida was released in 3.2, with Raiden's rerun in 3.3. We didn't have more Archons to rerun at that time, so the marathon ended there. In Fontaine, they followed the same pattern, with the addition of Nahida's rerun in 4.4. So again, if they follow the same pattern, Zhongli should get his rerun in 5.0, Venti in 5.1, Pyro Archon in 5.2, Raiden in 5.3, Nahida in 5.4, and Neuvillette in version 5.5, then again the Pyro Archon's first rerun in version 5.6. That being said, there's a huge possibility that one of these Archons or Neuvillette would be swapped with Venti, because we are expected to get the Mondstadt expansion in one of Natlan's updates. However, we don't know the exact dates, plus, Venti hasn't gotten his second story quest yet, so that's one of the reasons as well. The main purpose of this video is to inform you guys about when your favorite Archons might rerun, so you can save your precious Primo gems beforehand, and don't miss out on their banners. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications.